covered, and then it was the dogged determination to Catalan to get his effort away, chips on his left foot towards the left-hand post. It comes off the post and out of play. There was nearly an opportunist chance there for Atalanta early on in the piece. Catalan, 23 years old, his 44th appearance of the season, currently on loan from AC Milan, where he joined from Bruges, 35 million euros a couple of seasons ago. Here's Bulgaria with possession for Atalanta, left-hand side on the halfway, goes back towards the possession of Gian, now out towards City, over the top it goes on the right hand side, heavy first touch by Scamacca, bringing it down his right foot around about 30 yards out from goal. Out it would go for Marseille, throw out on their left hand side, 30 yards out from their own goal. It's Marseille in this Europa League second leg on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. As per usual with these cup ties, just a reminder, if these two teams are level after 90 minutes, it will be extra time and penalties that will separate the pair. Atalanta to win back possession, but it's going to go back towards the Marseille goalkeeper Pau Lopez, who surveys his surroundings, where his pass comes from. Forward, left-footed towards the halfway, but given straight back. Atalanta going to be gathering, but it was a heavy touch where it's gone back now by Marseille towards the possession of Mbemba, out towards the far right hand side. It's going to be back by Bertu, now beyond the halfway, and Atalanta give away a foul. It was Koopmeiners with foul for Atalanta. Stadium, the opportunity from the free kick to be taken a couple of yards out from the halfway down the centre. It's going to be the captain Samuel Gil to take. He'll go all the way back towards Pau Lopez between the sticks. Forward it goes, out towards the left-hand side. Zappacosta will watch it go out for a Marseille throw. A familiar face to Premier League, Davide Zappacosta. Where's the number 77 shirt for Atalanta, now aged 31. Spent 2 seasons at Chelsea early on in his career. Came on as a next substitute for Eden Hazard in the 2019 Europa League final when Chelsea beat Arsenal 4-1. He's been at Atalanta since 2021. This is his 3rd season at the club, and looking to win a piece of European silverware. Be their first final in Europe for Atalanta if they were to be successful this evening. They do go in as the favourites to win this particular tie. Marseille's record away from home, it's fair to say, is quite poor. They've won just 2 of their previous 11 European games away from home. Their only win on the road this season was a 2-0 success against AEK Athens on match day 2. In those 11 games they've drawn just twice and lost 7, so that's the type of record that Jean-Louis Gasset's men are up against this evening. Well, just under 10 minutes gone, it's still goalless between Atalanta and Marseille on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service, but doesn't look like it's going to be goalless much longer in Greece, where Olympiacos are taking on Aston Villa. We'll get more on that in just a second, or you can listen on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Marseille have the ball on the right hand side in the middle of the Atalanta half, in towards the possession of Mbemba, very short towards Vertu. Mbemba again, threaded forward down that right hand side, but the pass was too heavy for Aubameyang. He didn't quite read the pass, and so it goes straight to the possession of between the sticks for Atalanta, who is the preferred choice goalkeeper in the Europa League, has kept 3 clean sheets and appearances in the competition this season. We'll take you over to Greece because Olympiacos have taken the lead against Aston Villa. It means it's now 5-2 on aggregate to the Greek side, and it is Ayoub El Kabi who has got the goal for Olympiacos in that one. Aston Villa now need to find 4 goals to make their way through the tie. This is Aubameyang breaking free, edge of the D on the inside of here, who tracks back the run well and clears the ball away a bit for Atalanta down this right hand side. Contested up in the air, flicked on by De Catalere, but it's going to be brought back down by Atalanta, who had possession with Balerdi. It was cut out by Zappacosta, but it will come back in towards Marseille, feet by Paulo Lopez between the sticks. Played out towards Mbemba. Through the middle it goes. Be brought down by De Roon, who regathers it for Atalanta midway inside his own half. Towards the edge of the area, he plays it back towards Musso between the sticks. Now towards Gin City. Now Ederson. Gin City again goes back towards Musso between the sticks. Looks up, surveys the surroundings, looks at his options as he plays the ball forward. Launches it out, right footed out towards the left hand side. Kept in play, chested down by Lookman. He thought that it was kept in play by Ruggeri, but the ball trickled out of play for a Marseille throw-in. It seems as they went out of play before the Italians could get possession. But it's been quite the job for Gian Piero Gasperini at Atalanta. He was appointed manager in 2016 when they had finished 13th the season before, and since then they've become a real force to be reckoned with, not just in Serie A but in European football as well. Qualified for the Champions League for the first time under his stewardship. Had some good results there as well. They made it through to the quarter-finals, but it's Marseille here with possession on the attack. It's Merlin who crossed the ball in left-footed from the left-hand side, around about 25 yards out. Cut out by Gian Piero. Marseille safe throw. Go back towards the halfway. Merlin once more, 5 yards inside opposition territory, being chased down by Ederson, and back it will go in towards the possession of Pau Lopez. Plays it out short in towards the path of Zizou. Lopez once more plays it short and for Aubameyang inside his own half. Plays it out towards Zizou on the right hand side. Lopez once more. Towards Zizou. Halfway of Aubameyang. Flicked on first time in the centre. It's cleared away by Atalanta, but only half cleared towards Zizou, who heads it back towards Pau Lopez. A little bit more difficulty than he thought he needed to catch on to the ball from the headed flick on. 18.5 minutes played. Atalanta 0, Marseille 0 here at the Stadio de Bergamo on the flash score live audio commentary service. The ball goes from one goalkeeper to another as Pau Torres' kick is fixed on by Gian and towards the arms of Juan Musso. Gian once more plays it out towards the left hand side, towards the half of Team City. And now Marseille come back with the ball, edge of the penalty, a curling effort on the around about 25 yards out. It was Ndeye with the effort, curls it, and he brings it inside from the right hand flank, around about 20 yards out from goal. It wasn't a bad effort. Curled towards the top left corner, but just curled a little bit too far over the bar for him to create any problems for Juan Musso. De Roon on the right hand side, in the middle of his own half. Forward it goes towards Scamacca as it's back to goal, 10 yards inside Marseille territory. Goes out towards De Catalere, looking to thread through Scamacca in the middle. Towards the halfway it goes. De Roon in a bit of a foot race with Haddock. It'll be a free kick to Marseille inside the Atalanta half as we approach the first quarter of an hour mark. It's Marseille in possession with Balerdi. It goes out in towards the path of Mbemba. Back to Pau Torres between the sticks. Looks up and assesses his options. His options out to the left, and Berlin is the option in the end. Towards Aubameyang on the halfway, who loses at Catalere, right hand side, edge of the box, French through Scamacca. Scamacca has an effort on his right foot. It was a good attempt. It flashes across the face of goal, but it flashes wide of target. First time effort through the laces of his right foot, flashed across the face of Pau Lopez's goal, and he couldn't find a way on target. First chance of the night falling Atalanta's way. First golden chance of the night falling Atalanta's way, and it felt they would have trusted more than anybody else. Their top goal scorer this season, Gianluca Scamacca, scored 17 goals season. Six of them coming in the Europa League, scoring twice at Anfield and scored the opener in the first leg of this particular tie last week. He's been the main man when it's come to the European matches as the ball was launched forward. Nearly fell into the path of Birmingham halfway. Regathered by Marseille, flicked on by Mbemba and back in towards the path of Musso in the Atalanta goal. This is Deroux, right hand side, middle of the Marseille half. Edison snuffed down by Marseille, who captured the ball and in towards the path of Harit, now towards Merlin. Harit on the halfway, left hand side, plays it back towards the captain Zizou. Harit again, two Atalanta players up against it, plays it back towards Merlin, left hand side, 10 yards from the edge of the opposition half, and two will play it back in towards the possession of Pau Lopez between the sticks for Marseille. Goes out towards Balerdi, edge of his own penalty area, clears it away, but the clearance goes out for Marseille throw. Left hand side, 10 yards from the edge of opposition territory as Gian Piero Gasperini takes the jacket off he was wearing and now into a jumper and shirt as Edison's in a bit of a foot race with Harit, around about 25 yards out from goal. He digs the ball away, bringing the Marseille man down. There was a half appeal for a free kick which was waved away by the referee. And the ball launched forward into the path of Scamacca, across the ball from the right hand side towards his path, but it's going to be caught by Pérez in the Marseille goal. Well, Mine Harit has been involved in the action a fair bit this evening, but is involved in a lot of the action off the field following their previous Europa League exit last season. He clashed with former manager Marcelino following their Europa League defeat to Villarreal last season. And during his tough times has taken inspiration from Kobe Bryant, the basketball player. He said he's reading his books as a source of inspiration for him. He's hoping to inspire his side this evening to a berth in the Europa League final. It'll be a fourth appearance for Marseille in the second tier competition final. They've never lost at this stage of the competition. We'll be hoping it'll be fourth time lucky because their previous appearances in the final has ended in defeat. Partly back in 1989, a 2-0 defeat to Valencia in 2004. Their last final was against Atletico Madrid back in 2018 where they lost by 3-0. So 6 years on, they're looking to right the wrongs as Zappacosta drives forward for Atalanta, out to Lookman, left hand side, 25 yards out from goal, up against Mbemba, plays it inside to Decathlon, who has an effort through the laces of his right foot. Inside from the D, low drill, but straight into the arms of Pau Lopez in the Marseille goal. It was Zappacosta, my apologies, who actually got away. Inside the D, low drill through the laces of his right foot, held by Pau Lopez, and Marseille were looking to launch the attack quite quickly, and Harit, no chance he was going to get on the end of it. Jim City applying the pressure which told in the end. It's going to be an Atalanta throw, right 5 yards from the edge of the Marseille half. Zappacosta getting his way past Merlin and now driving forward down that right hand flank. Now 25 odd yards from goal. The cross goes in, short to Decathlon by the byline. Pulls it back, and Lookman was lurking around the penalty spot. And Marseille managed to come away with the ball. Now the referee, Jesus Gil Manzano, ball's played back. I think the flag initially went up for offside. Decathlon and Scamacca find themselves above the line in the end. As far as the league's concerned, both teams are ambitious of European football. Atalanta's more realistic. They find themselves fifth in Serie A. With Roma, they actually have got the guarantee of 5 Champions League spots next season, and they host Roma on Sunday. Well, it's going to be a massive game in terms of securing Champions League. Of course, the winners of this competition do get an automatic berth into Europe's top table, which may well be Marseille's most realistic shout of a European berth next year. Currently 9th in Liga, 44 points, 6 points off Nice in 5th, and a Europa Conference League place. They do have a game in hand. They won just one of their last 5 matches domestically, so to a certain extent, European football has been a source of distraction for the Kians this season. as we pass the 20-minute mark. Atalanta 0, Marseille 0. Both sides have a couple of chances, but Atalanta put him in the team on top. Dogbia loses out in the midfield to Ederson. In the centre, on the halfway, goes out towards De Ketelaere. Zappacosta to his furthest right. De Ketelaere, 25 yards out of goal. Inside the area, towards the byline. Cross goal, looking to find Zappacosta. Looking to find Scamacca. Not happy that Scamacca. The ball didn't fall in towards his path as nicely and as cushions as he would have liked. It's cleared away by Marseille, who recover it with Musso. And now Hien plays it out in towards the possession of Ginziti. Short to far left hand side, flicked over the top by Koopmeiners, and Scamacca in towards the penalty area. To the edge of the cleared away by Marseille, and now Aubameyang, who finds himself on the halfway. He's got two white shirts in front of him, but a sea of blue and black in front of him. In towards the possession of Kondogbia on the halfway. Plays short towards Vertu, out towards Harit. 25 yards from goal, if free up against it, up to Fred Fu. Aubameyang through the middle, and Day, who's also making the run, but it goes in towards possession of Musso between the sticks for Atalanta as we reach the midway point of its first half. Atalanta 0, Marseille 0 here in this UEFA Europa League second leg on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Well, by this time last week the goal scoring was done. The 2 goals, the difference in this tie, one apiece of course on aggregate, were scored inside the first 20 minutes. Scamacca with the opener 11 in, and with the equalising goal on the 20th minute. Just get the sense it may well be one of those nights where the team makes a mistake and separates these two teams. Movement on the half. Goes out towards Ederson in the centre. Now Daroon, right hand side, 35 yards from the Marseille goal. Zappacosta on the overhead, plays short to De Ketelaere. Scamacca give and go with him. Little step by De Ketelaere, plays it back. It's a path of Koopmeiners, who has an effort on his left foot. Took a deflection en route, which nearly trickled its way past Pau Lopez's goal. But it's going to run out of play, and the last touch in the end coming off of Marseille. So it's going to be an Atalanta corner out on the right hand side as they attack in this first half. Good opportunity that for the Italians, and now a chance on the set piece. It's going to left footed in swinging delivery by Koopmeiners. 23.5 gone. Atalanta 0, Marseille 0. Swung in left footed towards the back post. It nearly fell for Ederson. It's going to fall for Scamacca, who's hit the crossbar from close range. It's bit back out now. Saved brilliantly by Pau Lopez. It was De Ketelaere who had the second chance. It falls for Koopmeiners once more. Cross goes in left footed, flicked in towards stick, and there was another opportunity there for De Ketelaere and Scamacca. Both glance a header wide of goal, but an opportunity, a big opportunity there for Atalanta to hit the front. Straight from the corner, which is whipped in left footed. Runs in towards the path of Scamacca, who thrashes at it on his right foot, hits the crossbar. Second opportunity by De Ketelaere from close range. Lieutenant Balerdi towards the right hand corner, superbly away by Pau Lopez in the Marseille goal. And Atalanta are pushing ever closer to what's seemingly now an elusive opener. Backheel by Ederson was looking to find its way towards the path to Ketelaere, 10 yards inside the Marseille half. It's the French side that come away with it, and Merlin in possession. Out in towards the path of Vertu, 30 yards from goal. Being forced out to the left by 2. Played short in towards the path of Day. Towards the turn of the penalty area. It's Harit in possession. Back towards Vertu. Attacking the end where the Atalanta Ultras are occupied this evening. This is Kondogbia. Back in towards the possession of Balerdi. On the halfway for Marseille. Put it through the middle. And in towards the path of Harit. This is Balerdi once more. And now threaded back in towards the half of Pau Lopez between the sticks. It's out from the right hand side. In towards possession of Gigi, the captain. This is Pau Lopez again. Now Vertu, left hand side. 5 yards from the edge of opposition territory. Looking to thread the pass in towards the path of Aubameyang, who gets it on the left hand side. Gets a better with Daroon. Goes back in towards the possession of Merlin. 25 yards out. Through towards Kondogbia. Give and go. Merlin in the penalty. Plays it back in towards the path of Ndiaye, who was lurking at the back post, cleared away by De City in the end for Atalanta. It's going to be a Marseille throw on the right-hand side, around about 5 yards out from the Atalanta goal. Played short by Balerdi. The throw goes back about 10-15 yards. Verge on the left-hand side. Gets better to Catalan, then plays out towards Merlin. Aubameyang. Back to Merlin. Marseille with possession with Harry, looking to make it happen 5 yards inside opposition territory. Goes out towards Merlin again. On the left-hand flank, being flanked down by 3. The Atalanta presses. Edge of the penalty area. Has an effort of his right foot, which comes wide of goal. Edison kept quite close order to him. Just broke free the ball in towards his path, and then he sprints away, and then decides to have an effort from 25 yards out. Slips the ball, goes into his path, just misses the white boot of Edison, so it can't go for a corner. Atalanta come away with it. 5 yards from the edge of the Marseille half there on the left-hand side. Out towards the ball, who's got the one of Gary forward. Skamak is also making a run in towards the penalty and nearly found him, but cleared away by Giju, who stopped the run between the two Marseille defenders in his tracks. They now get the ball away to the French side. Bamia looking to bring it down with a heavy first touch though on his left boot, and it goes back in towards Atalanta possession. The City goes out towards Lookman, 5 yards inside the Marseille half on the left-hand flank. 27.5 minutes played here at the Stadio de Bergamo. Atalanta 0-1, Marseille 1-1 on aggregates in this Europa League semi-final. Daru forward towards Edison in the middle of the Marseille half in the centre. Zappacosta right-hand side, 30 yards out from goal. De Catalere, Edison back to goal. George De Catalere again, right-hand side. Look at it. Fed it through to Zappacosta, who was waiting on the edge of the box, but Marseille managed to clear their lines. This is Mondogbia moving towards the halfway in the centre, inside opposition territory now. Shifts it out towards the right-hand side. It's going to be intercepted by again towards Lookman. 35 yards out, sprinting out towards Ruggieri, left-hand side, edge of the Peltier. Cross goes in, left-footed, looking right to Catalere in the near post. Cleared away by Giju, only as far as Lookman. Out towards Ruggieri once more. 2 up against him. Short towards Koopmeiners. Good first touch inside the area, looking to lay it off towards Lookman. It's going to be cleared away in the end by Mondogbia, who'll play it short through the middle and in towards the path of Vertu. Aubameyang lurking with it on the left side. 25 yards out, steps infield. Now in towards the path of Hannett. Short towards Ndiaye. Edge of the area is Kondogbia. Harriet looking to find Ndiaye again. It's going to be run back by Vertu out towards the right hand side. Cross goes in, looking to find Aubameyang for around about 6 yards out, but it's a heavy cross in and a comfortable catch by Juan Musso in the Atalanta goal. 29 minutes gone. Atalanta 0, Marseille 0 here in this Europa League semi-final second leg on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. The Catalan out to Lookman. This space in front of him. And side steps in field into the penalty area. He's got Skamak in front of him. Lookman's going to have an effort himself and finds the back of the net in towards the bottom left-hand corner. It was a low drilled shot through the side of his right foot from the edge of the penalty area, and it is first blood to the side from Bergamo. Atalanta 1, Marseille 0 on the half-hour mark, and it is Adam Lookman with the goal, his 12th for the season. It was patient play that paid dividends in the end. It was the pass out by Catalan towards the path for Lookman, who steps inside the D, has an effort on his right, but it takes a deflection over the captain Giju in the end, and in towards the bottom right-hand corner it went. And it is Anta who strike first in this semi-final second leg. And it is Ademola Lookman on the half-hour mark that gets the breakthrough goal for the side from Bergamo. His second Europa League goal of the season. His 12th across all competitions for the 26-year-old. And that could well be the one that fires the Italians into the final. It's been an Italian winner of the Europa League. The last side from Italy to win that title was when Parma beat Marseille in that 1999 UEFA Cup final. And there is a possibility it could be an all Italian final. And they're 2-0 down at the first leg, goalless in the other semi-final, which you can listen to here on the Flash Score Live commentary service. Lukman was looking to front it forward towards Scamacca. He's going to run back in towards the possession of Paul Lopez between the six. Short towards Balerdi. This is Mern on the left-hand side, 25 yards out from his own goal. Short towards Vertu, who loses out towards Edison, but it's going to be picked up by Kondogbia, who will lay it out towards Merlin. So inside Marseille's own half, for Birmingham possession, towards Ndai, and is back to goal, 5 yards inside into territory. Now it's the hosts that come away with the ball, played out by Cub Miners. Scamacca, threading it through, looking to find a Catalaire for around about 6 yards out the near post, but Paul Lopez came charging out and took command of the situation. Now Marseille at the other end with Aubameyang up against the challenger Density. He comes away with the ball, and Atalanta have possession. Darun plays it out towards Ruggieri, short towards Ruggieri, 5 yards Marseille half on the left hand side. 32 minutes gone, Atalanta 1, Marseille 0 on the night, 2-1 to the Italian side on aggregate. Atalanta have a fantastic record in this competition. They've lost just 2 of their last 24 Europa League games. As Kondogbia comes away with possession for Marseille, as the Atalanta fans literally bounce around all around us here at the Stadio de Bergamo. And in forward towards the path of Harit on the left-hand side. Darun comes in with a challenge, but comes away with the ball on the right-hand flank, legally in the eyes of Jesus Gilmanzano of Spain. And then Atalanta will win a free kick after Edison is brought down 10 yards from the edge of the Marseille half by Vertu down the centre. 33 minutes gone. It's Atalanta 1, Marseille 0 here in the Europa League semi-final second leg on the Flash Score Live audio commentary. So it's a reminder that both sides will meet in the final in Dublin. That's on May 22nd. Also live review on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service, plus the finals of the Conference League and the Champions League between Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid. That's on the 1st of June from Wembley Stadium. We'll have that game live for you here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary services. Atalanta come away with the ball. This is Lukman in space inside the penalty, goes to ground, looking to get back up on his feet, and then chested the ball away, past Paul Lopez, but cleared away by Jisoo. But Atalanta still have possession. It's been kept on the byline. It's straight towards Cub Miners, who has an effort on his left foot towards the near post, parried away by Pau Torres. Marseille will eventually come away with possession, and the referee will stop play with his whistle gone. Lukman knows that was a big opportunity. Well, initially the ball, it looked like it went out of play by Ruggieri. That was what the Marseille players were appealing for when it was took back into the path of Cub Miners, but Lukman will feel aggrieved that he's just gone to ground and everything ran towards him. Every first touch, and then he just popped the surface. He was through on goal with just Lopez to beat, and all he needed was a touch. His right boot to chip it past Paul Lopez, and it would have been 2-0 to Atalanta, and they would have been in cruise control. 11 minutes out from the break, and at the moment there's only one side in this game, it's Atalanta, but Marseille regather possession, fire it forward, going direct in towards the path of Ndai, and the ball will die out of play for Atalanta on the right hand side, adjacent towards their own penalty on that right flank. There's a couple of flares let off. There was a big tifo display here at the Stadio de Bergamo before the match got underway for fireworks display, not officially put on by the club, but one set up by supporters at a nearby venue that allowed such facility. While there's space out in abundances on the left hand side for Atalanta, and it's been driven in by goes in, looking to find Scamacca with the penalty, but it's only half cleared, and again half cleared by Merlin. Kondogbia is going to fall to Zappacosta. Picked on Scamacca, edge of the D, plays in towards the Catalaire, who's in space, in on goal, looks to glance it through, but can't beat Pau Lopez at the near post. Try to be a little bit too intricate from close range and an acute angle. This is Edison, right hand side for Atalanta, short towards the Catalaire once more. Better Balletti towards right hand corner flag, but the ball's just going to run out of play. Heavy touch, and it's going to be a goal kick to Marseille. De Catalaire with an opportunity, pokes it on his left boot, but straight at Pau Lopez in the Marseille goal. Gian Piero Gasperino's head was quite literally in his hands. He knows a golden opportunity for a second, but Atalanta are going to have a corner here on the right hand side. It's where the first goal came from. It's going to be minus on the corner. It's on his left boot for the right hand flank, entering it towards the back post. Flipped back into danger by Gijou of Marseille. And Miners back in the wars as he brings down Hadit, and it's going to be a free kick to Marseille on the left hand side towards the edge of their own penalty area. Reminder, the other two games in the Europa League this evening. In the Europa League, it's Leverkusen 0, Roma 0, and Conference League it's Olympiacos 1, Aston Villa 0. Both of those games live on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. In terms of attempts in this game, 5-0 in Atalanta's favour as we approach the 37th minute, and here's Ademola Lookman's goal, half-hour mark, which is the difference between these two sides. Atalanta 1, Marseille 0 on the night. 2-1 to Atalanta on aggregate. Marseille win a free kick following a foul by Zappacosta, 10 yards inside the Marseille half on the left-hand side. The man who was brought down by a shoulder barge by Zappacosta. It's going to be Verge to take the free kick. He's moved it forward a few yards. It's about 12-15 yards inside the Atalanta half on the left-hand flank. 37.5 minutes gone. Atalanta 1, Marseille 0, 2-1 on aggregate. The two positions in the right-hand side. It's going to fall loosely towards the edge of the area. Cross goes in behind Dogbio's looking for it at the near post. Goes back towards Mbemba. Cross goes in right-footed, cleared away by Miners. It's going to fall for Balerdi, who does well to keep it in play on this far right-hand side. 5 yards from the edge of opposition territory is Vertu. Goes back towards Balerdi once more. Bemba on the right-hand side, the two on the left. Bemba, who finds who scored the equalising goal for Marseille in the first leg last week on the 20-minute mark after Scamacca gave Atalanta the lead inside 11 minutes. Reminder that we'll have the Premier League as well for you this weekend. Big game in the title race at Old Trafford as Manchester United take on Arsenal. That game live with you from 4:30 on Sunday afternoon. And Manchester City also find themselves in action on Saturday. They play the early kick-off against Fulham. That's a 12:30 start elsewhere on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service this weekend as we approach the 39th minute mark. Is Adam Lookman's goal on the 30th minute, which sees Atalanta have a 1-goal lead against Say on the night, a 2-1 lead on aggregate. Corner goes by Musso, just failing to find the head of Scamacca. Towards the arms of Pau Lopez, shall I say, between the sticks. Kondogbia goes back towards Lopez once more. Lopez looking and assessing his options, threads it forward towards the halfway, flipped on Hien. Kondogbia regathers it from Marseille, is two up against him but manages to get the better of the pair. Worked out towards the right hand side, in towards the possession of Klaus. Loses out now. Trying to come back with the ball with Lookman now to Ketelaere, driving through the middle, 35 yards out from goal. Threaded through towards Scamacca, turns back to goal. Edge of the D, has an effort on his right boot. It's thunderous and powerful, but it's around about 4 yards wide of Pau Lopez's goal. Good turn with his first touch, takes a couple of touches for then having an effort from the edge of the D, wrapped around his right boot with plenty of pace and power, but just not with the accuracy that was desired. 5 minutes on the break. Atalanta 1, Marseille 0 here in the Europa League semi-final second leg on the Flash Score Live commentary service. Reminder, the other game in the semi-finals, Leverkusen 0, Roma 0, but Roma do have a penalty at the Bay Arena. You can listen to that elsewhere here this evening on the Flash score live audio commentary services. It's Lookman on the left-hand side, 25 yards out for goal. Gets the better of Dai, but covered by Dogbia. Goes towards the halfway. Out towards the path for Klaus on that right-hand side. Near the middle of the city, but Gary, who now comes away with possession for Atalanta. The Catalan on the halfway, driving forward on the right-hand side, 5 yards inside opposition territory. Goes out towards the left-hand flank and towards Lookman up against Mbemba. Short towards Cook Miners. We've got Dogbia for cover. Looks to thread the ball in towards Skamaka's going to fall for him. Back towards Lookman, edge of the area, had an effort, curled round. His right foot away. It's going to play for Atalanta throw on the right-hand side, midway inside Marseille territory. It's Edison in possession, 10 yards inside opposition territory. He's got 3 defenders up against him. Goes back now in towards the path of Gin City. Now Mugeri in possession. This is Hien, who will return the ball back towards the path of Juan Musso. The Atalanta goal. This is the right-hand side. Threads it forward, right-footed. Not going to find Skamaka, but the only person he's going to find is Pau Lopez in the Marseille goal. Roma have taken the lead at the Bay Arena against Leverkusen. Remember, Leverkusen protecting an unbeaten record throughout the entirety of the season. It is Leandro Paredes. His penalty, which is given the lead on the cusp of half-time, brings the aggregate score back down to 2-1. And you can listen to that game elsewhere this evening on the Flash Score Live here. It's 42.5 minutes in. It's Atalanta 1, Marseille 0, and it's Marseille come away with the ball. It's Ndai out in towards the path of Klaus, brings it inside, 25 yards from goal. Ndai inside the area, right flank's got Darun up against him. The overlapping one of Gilbert was an option. Now it comes back in towards the possession of Ballet. This is Zizou short towards the path of Harris. It's inside, 25 yards out. Give and go between him and Dogbia, and there was nearly flicked on by Bemba in the penalty area, but it's going to be taken by Musso in the Atta goal. 2 minutes to go, plus stoppage time until the break. Atalanta lead Marseille by a goal to 0. Zappacosta drives down the right-hand side in space. Merlin can't track back quick enough. Zappacosta inside the area, goes for goal himself with Skamaka just in behind. He has an effort on his right foot, which finds the side net. Skamaka incandescent at his teammate. Zappacosta, who drove forward, had all the pace in the world, better than Merlin, who was forever tracking back. Skamaka then gives him a death stare. It's on his right foot. He powers the ball into the side netting. It was an easy pull back towards Skamaka, who from in and around 6 yards out in a central position you would expect to bury the ball into the back of the net and to make it 2-0 to Atalanta. As we have it, he's just one. There's 1 minute to go until high. Of Atalanta's route to get here, they bypassed the playoff round because they won their group last 16. The big Sporting Lisbon 3-2 Monaco drew the away leg 1-1 before a 2-1 home win here, whilst their best result of the Europa League was that 3-0 win at Anfield in the first leg of the quarter-final. A couple of goals by Skamaka and Pasalic with the other goal on the home leg here, but the damage was done at Anfield. They secured a 3-1 aggregate win in the end to set themselves up to a first European semi-final in 36 years. As Nelson gets the ball away, it was Amin who was causing trouble, as was Vertu. As we approach the 45-minute mark here, the Stadio de Bergamo. It's Atalanta 1, Marseille 0 on the night, and there's not going to be any time on at the end of the first half where it is Anamola Lukman's goal on the half-hour mark between the two sides. It was the Catalan's ball in towards his path on the left-hand flank. He cut it inside, then had a shot on the edge of the D, which took a deflection off of Zizou in towards the bottom right-hand corner, and that could be the goal that sends Atalanta into their first European final. At the break here at the Stadio de Bergamo, Atalanta 1, Marseille 0. period of this Europa League semi-final second leg, and Amona Lookman's goal, the difference between the two sides. And Atalanta was having 2-1 lead on aggregate following that strike by Lookman in the opening period. Ball goes back towards Musso in the Atalanta goal. Just a quick one through the 2-11s for you. No changes to the break. It's Musso, Darun, Hien, Ginciti, Zappacosta, minus Edison, Bulgari, Catalea, Scamacca and Lookman for Atalanta. Marseille line up, no penalty goal. Gigi, Balerdi, Merlin, Klaus, Verdu, Dogbia, and Dai, Aubameyang, Harit. Atalanta lining up in a 3-4-3 formation. Marseille in a 4-3-3 formation for tonight's match, and it is Atalanta in possession. Edson lofted over the top. We're going to find Scamacca. Atalanta attacking the right to left, the end-occupied supporters this evening, as Two moves his way forward for Marseille up against Edison, who gave him a bit of a tug. It's going to be a free kick and a yellow card for the Brazilian. I should say that the yellow card suspension ball has been wiped out. No one in the booking this evening will miss the final in Dublin on May the 22nd. They'll play either Bayer Leverkusen or the other semi-final. Still at half-time in that one. And you can listen to that elsewhere on the Flash Score Live audio coming service. It's a quick free kick for Marseille, played in towards the path of Harit, left-hand side. Goes back in towards the path of Merlin. Defensive duty, but Dai gets in second time for Marseille. Cross goes in, right footed towards the back stick, flicked on by Zizou or Aubameyang in position as to whether to make the run or not. Do so, on back by also for Atalanta. It's played out quickly. It's Lookman on the left-hand side. Midway inside the Marseille half. Steps in field. Into the path of Scamacca. Edge of the penalty. Had two up against him. He's going to fall for De Catalere. He'll get there second time. But then just loses out by Vertu. He stands well defensively. De Catalere would have the ball again, but Marseille will eventually come out with possession. Towards the halfway they go, and it's Harit in. Had the day out towards his right, Aubameyang out to his left, but it's Atalanta who come back with possession, and it is Hien who will have the ball for the Italians. Darun, the Atalanta skipper, out to the right hand side, 10 yards on the edge of the Marseille half. It's Darun once again, now back in towards the possession of Musso. This is City far left. It is Hien in possession now for Atalanta towards the edge of his own D. We play 3 minutes of this second half. It's Atalanta 1, Marseille 0 here in this Europa League semi-final second leg on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Reminder, Leverkusen 0, Roma 1 in the other second leg. Leverkusen's unbeaten season could be on the line there, and their place in the Europa League final could too. It's 2-1 in that particular match, whilst Olympiacos looks set to make the final of the Conference League and join Fiorentina. They lead by a goal until half-time. In that one, all ready forward by City, looking to find its way towards Bulgari, but it's a heavy pass in towards his path, and so it's going to go out for a Marseille throw on the right hand side in the middle of their own half. Ball threaded out towards the left hand flank and towards Merlin, short towards Balerdi, and now Paul Lopez between the sticks for Marseille will play it out in towards the path of Mbemba, right hand side of his own penalty, plays it forward in front of Dai, turning down his Klaus. Towards Mbemba towards Paul Lopez in his own goal, shifting it out towards the far left hand side, and midway inside Atalanta territory it goes, out towards Aubameyang, 5 yards from the edge of the Atalanta half, short towards Vertu, ball threaded forward in towards the path of Harit. Now Klaus, forward it goes, looking to find a Day, who's through, and chips the goalkeeper, and almost into the back of the net. It goes a yard or so wide. He gets the better of City, and then with Musso running out of his goal, a little bit of no man's land. He tries to dink him on his right boot, but he couldn't quite find the accuracy to go with it. It was a golden opportunity for Marseille, which would have levelled the tie at 2-2 and would have levelled this match at 1-1. How they may come back to rue that missed opportunity at the end of the night. It's gone in the second half, but Atalanta have used up a life. They lead Marseille by 1-0, but they're lucky that the French side haven't levelled here. They move forward, looking to find the second. Scamacca 25 yards out, right hand thread it back in towards Zappacosta. Marseille come away with the ball. He's going to work his way up for another throw into the French side. 5 yards on the edge of the Atalanta half on the left-hand side. 5 minutes of the second half gone. Atalanta 1, Marseille 0 here in the Europa League on the flash score live on the coaching search. Marseille comes away with the ball again. Right-hand side, threaded towards Birmingham. The pass was by Dai. Just lacked the precision required to fight box, and it's going to run all the way towards Musso in the Atalanta goal. Reminder that we'll have 2 big Premier League games for you at the weekend as the race for the title reaches boiling point. Manchester City take on Fulham at Craven Cottage. It's a 12:30 start on Saturday for that one with Josh Smith, and then on Sunday afternoon it's Manchester United against Arsenal from Old Trafford. Josh Smith again on the mic for that one. 2 big games in the Premier League title race, and 2 big games you can listen to here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Atalanta on a free kick after Catalera is brought down by Balerdi inside his own half, and now Koopmeiners moves forward left hand side. Skamaka back to goal, edge of the D, threat in towards Lookman inside the area, along to find Skamaka, but it's cleared away by Balerdi. He comes back out towards Gary. Who has a shot inside the box, in towards the top right hand corner, and it is 2-0 to Atalanta, and the Italian side looks set now to make the Europa League final on the Emerald Isle. An attack out of nothing, and it is a superb strike. And Gian Piero Gasperino's men are 1 step closer. Bucari's Lookman, give and go, inside the area, from around about 15 yards out, strikes it through the lace of his right boot, in towards the top right hand corner, and Marseille have a mountain to climb here. He gets the better of clout, and it's a goal which can have plenty of clout. A goal for the Ladea, which can be immortal. 52.5 minutes on the clock. Atalanta 2, Marseille 0. Bucari's second Europa League goal of the season. And his second goal altogether this season. Well, involved in a dust-up at Italy's under-21 camp earlier this year. But he may have landed the fatal punch towards Marseille's hopes of making it through to the final. They've never lost a second semi-final. They've won each of their previous 3. Well, if they're going to keep that record going, they're going to have to find a couple of goals, but Atalanta got the upper end and they've got their tails up to Catalea. Cross goes in, looking to find Skamaka. It comes off of Balerdi. It's going to be a corner to Ladeo on the right hand side. 53.5 minutes gone, they lead 2-0. The flags whirling around the goal to the left of us, flares going off. Lookman with the first, Gary with the second. Atalanta 2, Marseille 0. It's going to be swung in on the left foot of Koopmeiners. In towards the near post. Glance looking to find De Catalea, but the two's going to come away with possession. Looking to thread it out in towards the half of Ndai. He's going to come back towards Dogbia, 25 yards out from his own goal. Zizou in possession, out towards Merlin, who's moved out to the right hand side. On the halfway, has Lookman for company. Nearly losing out to Zizou. Deeply close. This is Hadit. Now one back again, looking to thread it through in towards Klaus was Ndai, who gets the better of 2. Edge of the penalty area he goes. Shifts out to Mbemba, right hand side. And Ruggieri doing his defensive duty, the Atalanta goal scorer. Whipping it wide, and the last touch coming off of Mbemba. It's going to be an Atalanta throw on the left hand side, adjacent towards their own penalty area. 54 and a half minutes on the clock. Atalanta, Marseille 0 here in this Europa League semi-final second leg on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Ederson's evening's going to come to an end, and he's going to be replaced by Giorgio Scalvini, who started the first leg. He was referred to the Brazilian for the second leg. he's going to have a time on the pitch to try and see the job through, and see Skamaka come off, and he's not too happy about that, and he's going to be replaced by Alexis Miranchuk. It's all about now seeing the job through and ensuring at that play final. It's shut-up shot time as far as Atalanta are concerned. They're looking for left-hand side. He plays it back, nearly finding Miranchuk. He's going to be cleared away eventually by Marseille. But Darun's going to snuff out Aubameyang. Sliding challenge, ball goes out. Marseille throw, left-hand side in the middle of their own half. And it's one back by Miranchuk, but it's a foul in the process. It's a free kick, much to the disgust of Zappacosta, who brought down Malin. I'll say with Mbemba in possession, midway inside his own half, right-hand flank, ready for 45 by Klaus. And it's going to trickle out for an Atalanta throw-in on the left. Marseille ready to change facts. It's going to be a Marseille throw, sorry, on the right-hand side. Ball goes out. City committing a foul. It's going to be a free kick to Marseille. On the right hand side, 5 yards inside the Atalanta half, 57 minutes gone. It's Atalanta 2, Marseille 0. Short now in towards Klaus. Ndai, right hand side, Freddie Fu looking to find Klaus, but it's going to be mopped up by City, and now also will clear right footed towards the halfway, flicked on by Zizou, the captain. It's going to trickle back by Mbemba after a quick interception by an Atalanta player. Now it is Paul Lopez in possession. This is Zizou. Lopez once more for Marseille. It's out towards the left-hand side in the middle of the Atalanta half. Aubameyang in possession, has two up against inside his own half. Plays it back towards the edge of his own penalty area and in towards the path of Balerdi. Lopez now, 57.5 gone. Atalanta 2, Marseille 0. But he faced French sides 3 times before his first leg, Atalanta. They lost a key quarter-final in the Champions League. They lost 2-1 to PSG in the quarter-finals in Lisbon. That was a COVID year, which the knockouts were the tournament format played over a game. Marseille are going to ready some change. They're going to bring Ismaila Sarr and Nye on for the final half an hour or so. Marseille come away with the ball, left hand side, 25 yards out from goal, in towards the path of Dye, who's too heavy on him, and it's going to go and play for an Atalanta goal kick, and that could well spark the end of his evening as Marseille make a couple of changes. 58.5 minutes gone, and it's going to see Mbemba come off. His evening comes to an end. It's going to be he who's replaced by Nye. And having a look at the other change, going to be Ndai, who's going to come off, and he's going to be replaced by Star. Two players had played up against each other in the Championship last season, with Sheffield United and Watford coming off and replacing one another for Ndai. It's a great story for enjoyed for the summer from Sheffield United for a fee of around €17 million. Was known down to Hyde United of the Northern League Premier Division once upon a time, but playing in the Europa League semi-final. But he's not going to be playing any further part of that particular affair as we approach the final half-hour mark here at the Stadium of Marseille by 2-0 here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. It was Ademola Lookman who gave Atalanta the lead in the 30th minute, with Gary with the second, and 52 minutes in. Atalanta leading 3-1 on aggregate. The first leg 1-1 for the Stade Velodrome in Marseille. Marseille with possession on the half. It's in the path of Hadit. Plays it along the line in towards the path of Balerdi. It's Gigi up against him, and next to play it back towards his Goalkeeper Paul Lopez towards the edge of his D, walks it forward left-footed to midway inside the opposition half. It's brought down by Melia Sarr, looking to get a touch with the ball. Threaded forward, but one back by Atalanta in towards the path of Miranchuk, the substitute. Heavy first touch, but the ball's going to run in his favour for a throw-in to Atalanta. But there's going to be a substitution first, and it's going to see the Catalea replaced by Alisic. The 61st minute. For Charles de Catalea. He's been promising. He was the one who set up the assist for the goal, a lone player from AC Milan. He's on loan to buy agreement, and I'm sure many of the fans here in Bergamo would like to see him stay next season. Made an appearance at the World Cup in Qatar. Belgium, but he's going to be played by Mario Pasalic. Scored the third goal at Anfield in their quarter-final first leg victory. His job now to rubber stamper berth through towards the Europa League final, where either Bayer Leverkusen or Roma await. Roma still lead that game by a goal to nil, 58 minutes in, 2-1 to Leverkusen on aggregate, and that was Olympiacos have a 5-2 lead on aggregate against Aston Villa, 1-0 on the night. So it looks like Olympiacos and Fiorentina in Athens for the final of the Europa Conference. Olympiacos playing at AEK's ground. It's not going to be a quiet affair, I can grant you that as an absolute free promise. Meanwhile here, Marseille will throw to be taken by Klaus, right hand side, 5 yards inside the Atalanta half. It's Giju now who will play it back towards his goalkeeper Paul Lopez, switching it out towards the left hand side and in towards the possession of Merlin. Threaded through in towards the path of Merlin once more. Who then went to ground, and it's a free kick to Marseille, and it's going to be a yellow card for the captain de Roon for shove on him. Merlin who drove forward, de Roon is the one who brought into the ground, and it's going to be a free kick to Atalanta around about 25 yards out from goal on the left hand side as they move forward. Atalanta keep a high line towards the penalty spot. It hits the crossbar, it's bit back out, but half cleared by Lookman. Towards the edge of the area, comes back towards Hammett. Lookman couldn't quite get it away. Nye with the throwing, crossed in by Balerdi towards the back stick where it was brought down Bamiam off his shoulder, and out of play it's going to go for an Atalanta goal kick to be taken by Musso. 63 minutes gone. Atalanta 2, Marseille 0 here at the Stadium de Bergamo in the second leg of the League semi-final. The free kick clattering the crossbar by Vertu, who as a youth player won the Under-20 World Cup with France, appeared as a substitute in the Nations League final win against Spain back in 2021. 42 appearances for Marseille this season, 5 goals to his name. Now 31 years of age, came through as one of the most promising emerging young players. Forward, looking to find the ability by Balerdi towards the halfway where Zappacosta has possession on the right hand side. Back towards Hien, now de Roon, out towards Goodminers once more. This is the substitute Scalvani, out towards the far right hand side, and Zappacosta 25 yards out. Miranchuk inside the box, takes a heavy first touch but recovers well. Giju was up against him tight, so has to play it back. This is Scalvani again, short to de Roon, 20 yards out, right hand side. Miranchuk and his back to goal. Marseille regain possession, forward towards the path of Sarr on the halfway. Unahi now, who moves out towards the right hand side. He's got Klaus to the right hand flank, who was then brought to ground by the substitute Pulisic, and it's going to be a free kick to Marseille and about 15 yards inside Atalanta territory on the right hand side, although Unai is going to take a little bit further back. 25 minutes to go plus stoppage time here in Bergamo. Atalanta lead Marseille by 2 goals to 0 here in this Europa League semi-final second leg on Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Ball into Unai was snuffed out by Gary, then looked to play it forward on his left foot down the left hand side. Last touch coming off of a Marseille player, and it's going to be a throw into Atalanta on the left-hand flank, taken by Ruggeri, 10 yards from the edge of the Marseille half. Short to Lookman, who has Klaus short by, one back by Unahi, out towards Amelia Sarr. Unahi again with two Atalanta defenders in front. Touch comes off Ruggeri. Marseille throw right hand side, 25 yards out with the goal, taking short towards Harry, inside the area, cuts it back, looking to find a Bamian, but the cross in on his right foot was way too heavy. In fact, it's going to trickle out of play for a throw into Atalanta on the right hand side, adjacent towards the edge of their own penalty area. Reminder of what else we have, of course, flash score this weekend in the Premier League. Fulham against Manchester City, Saturday from 12:30. The top games: West Ham against Luton, Wolves against Crystal Palace, Tottenham against Burnley, Newcastle against Everton, Sheffield United, Bournemouth, Brentford. The late game, Nottingham Forest up against Chelsea. Whilst on Sunday we have Manchester United up against Arsenal for the Monday night game. Comes from Villa Park as Aston Villa take on Liverpool, and a big midweek's worth of action in the Premier League. Tottenham v Man City on Tuesday, Manchester United against Newcastle, and Brighton Chelsea on Wednesday. Koopman is inside the penalty, left hand side, looks to pull it back in towards the path of Miranchuk. It's cleared away by Atalanta by Marseille. Atalanta felt like he could have gone himself for a third. Ruggeri towards Koopman, his left hand side, gets the better of Kondogbia. This is Ruggeri, tight to the byline, looks to hook it back in, but it's snuffed out by Unai inside his own penalty area for Marseille. Clear their lines out towards the left hand side, and Berry looking to get away, couldn't do so. It's going to fall for Koopman, it's Lucy 25 yards out, chips it in towards the penalty area, looking to find Miranchuk in the centre towards the penalty spot. It's hooked clear by the visitors, and it's going to go out for Atalanta throw on the left hand side in the middle of the Marseille half. 67 minutes gone, Atalanta 2, Marseille 0 here in this Europa League semi-final second leg on the Flash Score Live commentary service. Kondogbia plays it back to Pau Lopez out towards the right hand side, where it's in the position of Klaus in the right back position. Kondogbia again inside his own penalty area. It's the flares and the smoke of the flares behind him. Forward towards Unai, who turns through the centre. It's a kick to the ground. It's a free kick to Marseille down the centre in their own half. Taken quickly by Unai and out towards Aubameyang, who has to move back inside his own half. Scalvini given in close company. Goes out. Marseille thread the ball forward. It's a direct one in towards the path of Sarr, but it's headed away by Hien. Now in towards the possession of Ruggeri towards the middle, and Ademola Lookman. This is Hien again, goes back towards Musso between the sticks, plays short towards Musso being under pressure by Aubameyang, and the pressure told as the ball goes out of a Marseille throw on the right hand side, midway inside the Atalanta half. Goes out towards Ismaila Sarr, edge of the penalty area, right hand flank, and now he brings it inside. This is Kondogbia against the pedal of Lookman. Threaded forward, looking to find Aubameyang, who's up against Scalvini. Aubameyang goes to ground, and let's just pause for a second. Scalvini has given away the free kick. Just clips the back of Aubameyang's left boot, who's actually the all-time Europa League top scorer. He's had a quiet evening though, not to press in this game, but things could change in an attacking sense for Marseille here. Free kick in a central position, round about 25 yards out from goal. Musso readies up his defenders, try and block the attempt and hope that he doesn't need to make a tangible save. 2 over it, but Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's eyes lit up here. The competition's top goal scorer this season with 10. We can find an 11th here. Marseille are back in the tie. It's all back to within 1. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in the wall. Lookman, who knows, he's going to be the 6th, but he attaches back. But it's going to be a barrier to take the free kick. 25 yards out, direct, straight into the path of Koopman in the wall. He's going to come back out though towards Quentin Merlin on the left-hand side, but it's one back by Miranchuk, who drives 5 minutes, got free up against, he's got option to tap his side, Pulisic out to his left, who's looking to find on the left-hand flank. He cut it inside, then had a shot on the edge of the D, which took a deflection off of Zizou in towards the bottom right-hand corner, towards Kondogbia. It's going to be a free kick after Harriet was down under the challenge of Martin Deloun. Atalanta skipper. And Marseille are going to ready 2 more changes shortly. K is going to head on. As we approach the final 20 minutes here in Bergamo, Atalanta lead Marseille by 2-0 in this Europa League final second leg. 3-1 the aggregate scoreline between the pair. As Aubameyang has possession, forward it goes, and Roma have added a second, Leandro Paredes, and it's 2-2 on aggregate. Bayer Leverkusen wins the game for season, could also be heading up the Europa League in one fell swoop. Wagner is also going to be coming on for Marseille in just a second as the ball trickles out of play. And it's going to be a free kick to Atalanta. Lookman hacked to the ground by Jiju, and Marseille will make the double change. Merlin, first to depart for Luis Enrique. Wagner also comes onto the pitch. We'll tell you who for in just a second. Couldn't quite see from the Suns board on the world feed pictures. This is Kummein. It was Klaus who came off for Wagner. This is Darun. 25 yards out, right hand side. Pulisic, edge of the area. He's got 2 white shirts in front of him. Was forced back, but manages to play the pass out in towards the path of Bulgaria. Towards the left hand side, edge of the box, played inside the box towards Miranchuk, back towards Kumheiner, chipped in, looking to find Pulisic, but he's going to fight all loosely towards Zapakos on the right hand side by the far corner flag. Darun up against 2, but manages to work his way past the 2 towards the byline, gets across in towards the near post, but it's a comfortable take for Pau Lopez in the Marseille goal, who recycles it out quickly out towards the possession of on the left hand side, 5 yards inside the Atalanta half. The phone was theirs, but it wasn't the case. 72.5 minutes played. Atalanta 2, Marseille 0 in this Europa League semi-final second leg. Ball chipped out, looking to fight Ismail Yassar on the right hand flank. Out of play for a throw. Reminder as well, we'll have the final day of the Championship, the Premier League season, shall I say. All 10 games will be live across Flash Score, including Arsenal up against Everton and Manchester City up against West Ham. The race for the title we expect to go down to the last day, and both of their games are live with you here on the Flash Live audio commentary service. This is Scalvini right hand side, 25 yards out from goal for Atalanta. Goes back in towards the possession of Darun. Now Kian in possession, internal back towards forward right hand side. Scalvini plays it out. Zappacosta right hand side on the halfway. Darun driving forward in space. He's got options out to his right. Is Miranchuk who he finds around about 25 yards out from goal. In towards the area. Darun being snuffed out by Dogbia in the end. Made the run forward, but Dogbia snuffed it out. But at the other end, here's Wagner for Marseille, who trying to move his way forward, was blocked off in the end, and it's going to treat out for a kick to Atalanta with 16 minutes of normal time to go. Atalanta leading today by 2-0 on the night, and leading by 3-1 on aggregate here in Bergamo. As Gian Piero Gasperini needs another change. He actually said about this semi-final that the biggest factor is the collective, and he called upon fans to create an atmosphere which should help them get over the line. Well, the atmosphere inside the Stadio de Bergamo this evening has been absolutely superb. It's been at points, well, deafeningly atmosphere. There's been flares, there's been tifos, there's even been fireworks before the game, and there will be fireworks when the full-time whistle goes. You sense if Atalanta can hang on to this 2-goal advantage, not just in this game but in this tie, to send them through to a first ever European final. What is their only their second ever European final? The first for 36 years. They lost 2 on the Belgian side. Mechelen in the 1988 Cup Winners' Cup, but they're looking to go one better here. And this is Lookman inside the penalty area, cuts inside, looking to thread it across in towards the possession of Koopmeiners, who regathers it, but stops for the side flag. Quarter of an hour to go. Atalanta 2, Marseille 0. The score here in this Europa League semi-final second leg of the flag score live audio commentary service. In the other game, it's actually 2-2 on aggregate between Leverkusen and Roma, as Atalanta make 2 more changes. It's going to be Lookman's departure. It's his opener that set the stall for the events to follow here in Bergamo this evening. He's going to depart, and he's going to be replaced by Bilal Touré for the final few minutes, and Davide Zappacosta is going to depart as well. His evening comes towards an end. A great shift on that right-hand side, and Hati Boua is going to come on for the final 15 minutes or so here in Bergamo this evening. On the top. Atalanta 2, Marseille 0 here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service in this Europa League semi-final second leg. One back by substitute El Bilal for Atalanta on the left-hand side. As Ruggieri did the initial work to win it back, but then went out a little bit of track and walking out of plays. Mehdi Assar winning a throw, and it was played back kind of conservatively, and then back by cover the ball. It's going to be another Marseille throw. It's going to be Mehdi Assar to take as we approach the final 12.5 minutes second leg. Atalanta 2, Marseille 0. Again going down to the ground, and he wins inside a free kick on the left hand flank, 5 yards inside the Marseille half. It was Mubagna with the foul. Mubagna in the January transfer window was described as an unbelievable equalising goal in a 2-2 draw against Toulouse a fortnight ago. Well, they score a fantastic 96th minute equalising goal to make it 2-2 here. This Europa League semi-final tie will be heading to extra time, but it's Atalanta that hold all the aces going into the last 12 minutes or so, but Marseille will try and make it to this the best they possibly can. But the Italians running away with possession on the right-hand side. It's Hati Boua who's driving his way forward. Aubameyang coming in with an interception, but can only intercept it out of play for an Atalanta throw, right-hand side, around about 30 yards out from the goal. And a matter of fact, Aubameyang got a little bit of a nudge of Hati Boua, and the decision is going to be a free kick in Atalanta's direction, which is going to be being taken by Stephen Short on this right-hand channel. There's a necessity for Atalanta to put the gauntlet down and find a first. Gavini once again got the option of Miranchuk short. He decides to go back towards the halfway and build out with Ruggieri out towards the path of El Bilal, edge of the penalty area. Paisley, challenger Ballard, he pulls it back towards the byline, looking to find Miners, but it's cleared away by Marseille. And up the other end, they're on the attack here. This is Mubama inside the penalty, looks to cut it back towards the edge of the box on the right hand side. But Atalanta managed to clear their lines towards the halfway and towards the path of Koopmeiners, out towards the right, driving down this flank now. It's cut inside by Hati Boua, goes out towards the path of Miranchuk, who has the long sleeve jumper on, which is rather brave considering it's a fair night here. Hoop Miners in space, edge of the area, has it ever on his left foot, through the laces, carried away by Torres, who's punched it away with both hands, comes back out. Atalanta in possession with Miranchuk, edge of the area, right hand side, short towards Azibur, fellow substitute. The ball runs loosely, it was a heavy pass, but Atalanta recover it. They have possession with Ruggeri, short towards El Bilal, left hand side. It was Valerdi with the challenge to try and knock the ball off piste for Atalanta. He gets the last touch, the ball trigger out of play for throwing to Atalanta, which is from the left hand side. It chases towards the edge of the Marseille penalty area. So we enter the final 10 minutes here at the Stadio de Bergamo. Played short by Ruggeri in towards half of El Bilal. Turning his back to goals, Coop minus 25 yards out in towards the possession of Hadibua. Right hand side, short towards Darun down that flank as two white shirts up against him. Going to move his way forward, but one back by Marseille, who managed to clear their lines. So Nahi plays it out towards the possession of Vertu. Now off the forward, looking to find Mubagno and Aubameyang, but Atalanta will come away with the ball. Will go back in towards the path of Musso, who launch it forward towards the halfway. And then it goes down to the challenge. Free kick. Reminder, we have the Championship playoffs for you over the course of the weekend. First legs on Sunday, Norwich against Leeds, West Brom against Southampton. Both games live on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. 12 o'clock, 2:15 the kick-off times for that one. Meanwhile, Atalanta see a free kick. Marseille with a set-piece opportunity. 8 minutes to go. Atalanta 2, Marseille 0 here. The Flash Score Live audio commentary service. For 2 with a free kick is direct for around about yards out towards the top right corner, but it's going to be a comfortable take for Juan Musso in the Atalanta goal. A comfortable catch, more catching practice than anything else for the Ledea keeper. Nicknamed the Goddesses, and this would be an immortal moment for them. And up the other end they have possession. This is Miranchuk, right hand side, cuts inside, gets across in right footed towards El Bilal, who tried to have a bicycle kick. He couldn't connect to it towards the back post, and it's going to trickle out of play. It's Lerdy have a bit of a chat about the incident and misfire from the substitute. Torre, 22 years of age. His 11th appearance of the season, joined from Almeria in the summer. It was a record signing, 13 million euros he signed for from the Spanish club. He was out for several months at the beginning of the season with a tendon injury, which required surgery. As all we can see to the right of our picture is smoke from the flares which are being let off around the Stadio de Bergamo. It's Marseille who find themselves in possession. It was nearly found by Unahi towards the edge of the box, cleared away by Atta. Ball goes out of play. Marseille going to make their final change of the evening, and they're going to bring on Joaquin Correa. He is going to place had it towards the final 5 or so minutes, 6 or so minutes, shall I say, that remain here at the Stadio de Bergamo. Well, we don't know exactly yet who Atalanta may be playing in the Europa League final. If it is Atalanta, because Marseille could of course stage a late comeback, but as things stand, it looks like the Italian side are going to set fair for a place in the final. And Roma lead Leverkusen by 2-0 in the other semi-final. Leverkusen have gained the game all season. They were 5 games away from invincibility, but Roma may well put paid to that. And that game looks like it's set to go to extra time at the Bay Arena. And we'll see how that one progresses. You can also listen to that game elsewhere here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Marseille A free kick launched forward towards the edge of the area. It's going to fall, almost fell from the back. It dribbled towards the path, but just behaved for him and Musa, the Atalanta goal, then have a collision. The Atalanta goalkeeper looks as if he's come off worse. Mbagna trying to get a foot to it, looking to toe poke it home, and then he glides straight in towards the path of Juan Musso. Well, his shin or his kneecap, I don't know which one's which. I'm just having a look at another angle, and it's a kneecap that collides straight into the head of Juan Musso. Looks kind of torn, and so no wonder why the medical team comes on to assess the situation of the Atalanta goalkeeper. So, just to tell you what's happening elsewhere, Leverkusen 0, Roma 2, Olympiacos 1, Aston Villa 0. Reminder that we'll have the Premier League on Saturday and Sunday, Fulham against Manchester City and Manchester United up against Arsenal, the two big games in the race for the title on Saturday and Sunday respectively. And perhaps as expected, they Leverkusen counter-attack. They have got one back with 10 minutes to go in that one, so they now lead by 3 goals to 2. I suppose the next step for them is to ensure they keep that unbeaten record for the season going. 82nd minute, they've scored in there, Leverkusen, to bring it back to 2-1. And one thing we do know about Xabi Alonso's side this season is that they are the architectural king of late goals. We'll get you more information on the goal scorer of that particular strike in just a second. Well, Atalanta was a possibility to become the first Italian team to make the final of this competition since Roma last season. Prior to that, Inter Milan in 2020 have also lost a final in that particular competition, and it's Gianluca Mancini with the own goal. So converting in their own net there, Roma. And Olympiacos have added a second against Aston Villa. It's going to be the end of their European tour for another season. Unai Emery, whose side who were 4-1 favourites to win the Conference League in the beginning of the season. Now, and it's Kabi Shokora who has found that one, his second of the night there. Olympiacos 6, Aston Villa 2 on aggregate, 2 to the Greek side on the night. 3 minutes of normal time plus stoppage time to go here at Bergamo. Atalanta lead Marseille by 2 goals to 0 on the night, courtesy of goals by Anamola Lookman and Matteo Ruggeri. 3-1 the score on aggregate, but Marseille looking to come forward with a late counter-attack. 25 yards out of the they started with 2 players against Nai. Lofted out of play, last touch coming off of Moranchuk for a throw on the left-hand side from there. 25 yards out from goal, and you see a smoke engulfing that side. It can actually be quite difficult to visibly see who's on the ball and where. Well, they have it on the half. It's threaded forward into the path of Aubameyang. One back by Moranchuk towards El Bilal, out towards Moranchuk, right hand side, ran about 30 yards in goal, up against it, but Leverkusen manages to come away with it as Wealthy Pictures cuts back to the Marseille bench, and they had a figure of almost tears. It would be a heart-wrenching way to go out for Marseille. This was probably their most realistic chance of European football next season, probably 9th in Liga, 6th off of Nice, although in the Europa Conferencing space, although they do have a game in hand on them. They've won just one of their last 5 in the league, and their record away from home has been wretched. In terms of the joint weight record this season, picture just 11 points away from home this campaign. Minute and a half of normal time to go. Atalanta 2, Marseille 0. Reminder, once we're done, you can listen to the end stages from the Bay Arena, where it's Leverkusen 1, Roma 2. As things stand, it is an Atalanta-Leverkusen final in Dublin on May the 22nd, and you can listen to that game here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service that goes back in towards the path of Pau Lopez. If Marseille are going to find something, they have to find it now, and it goes in towards the path of Rubagna, left-hand side, around about 30 yards out from the Atalanta goal. It's spooned away by Scalvini. It's going to be a throw in towards the French side, midway inside the Atalanta half. It goes back towards the half, back in towards the possession of Gigi, the captain, lofted over the top in towards the path of Mubagna, threads it forward now in towards the possession of Verge, back now towards inside the penalty area it goes. It's Zizou, pulls it back towards the byline, not going to find Rabagna. It's cleared away by Atalanta and cleared away by Pulisic towards the halfway, where it's an uncomfortable bounce, which will then play towards the possession of Pau Lopez between the sticks. We enter the final 5 seconds of normal time as we now reach stoppage time at the end of the second half here in Bergamo. 4 minutes to be added on. Atalanta 2, Marseille 0 here in this Europa League second leg. 3-1 the score on aggregate. Lopez launching it forward on his right foot out towards the left hand side. It was flicked away by Kien with another throw. They move their way forward again. It's the captain Zizou, followed by Kondogbia, who goes to ground. It's going to be a free kick to Marseille, left hand side, around about 35 yards out from goal. Every single Atalanta fan waving either a scarf or a flag or yeah. This could well be the biggest moment in their club's history. A first European final. The two goes direct. Free kick! And it was held in the end by Musso towards the top right hand corner. For a second it really did threaten. The two on his right foot trying to chip Musso in the Atalanta goal towards the top right hand corner. It's a comfortable catch in the end for the man between the sticks for Atalanta, and it's the Italian with the ball. Gary left hand side, halfway, short towards Pulisic, Deroux, and towards again. Pulisic has got Koopman is out towards the left hand side, inside the penalty area, plays it back, in towards the back post where both El Palau and Scalini try to have an effort and try and have a stab at it. Both missed the ball, and that would have made it 3-0 Atalanta, and that would have finished Marseille off. It was a pinpoint ball in the area by Koopman. El Palau missed it just towards the back post. Anyone getting a connection there would have slid the ball home and would have made it 3-0 and would have made it 4-1 on aggregate midway through second half stoppage time. And it was an audacious chip from the right hand side which goes straight in towards the thankful arms of Musso in the Atalanta goal. There's fireworks set off around us. You can hear a chorus of loud bangs around the Stadio de Bergamo in the final couple of minutes of stoppage time here. Ball launched forward, flicked away, one back by Atalanta. Miranchuk forward towards Koopmeiners, almost perfectly weighted towards him, but it's cleared away by Balerdi. It's going to come back towards Ruggeri for Atalanta by the left hand corner flag. Him up against Kondogbia. Finds it straight in towards the right shin of the Marseille man, and it's going for an Atalanta throw-in on the left-hand side, adjacent towards the penalty spot. Gary wants to play it short, wants to keep it towards the flag, wants to make sure. And finds Koopmeiners there, who's got two Marseille shirts up against him. Ball runs out, it's going to be another Marseille throw-in. It is right by that corner quadrant on the left-hand side as Atalanta attack. They've got the ball exactly where they want it as we enter the final minutes of stoppage time in the second half. Back towards the corner flag going Koopmeiners on the Ruggeri throw. One back by Marseille, only half cleared. It's going to go for a throw. Last touch comes off of Koopmeiners on the right hand side as they move forward. Case to pace on now. If they score now, they might get time for an equaliser. But Bamba's only got it inside his own half on the right hand flank. Cleared away. Last touch coming off of Ruggeri for a throw in. 5 yards on the right hand side from the edge of the Atalanta half. 30 seconds of stoppage time at the end of the second half to be played. Atalanta 2, Marseille 0. Ball threaded forward from the right hand side in towards the path of the substitute Correa. Goes out of play, and the Atalanta substitutes take their bibs off and move their way closer towards the touchline. They all sink down in arm as one. The manager, Gian Piero Gasperini, is back to sink in the moment. There's 10 seconds left of stoppage time. The fireworks go off, and El Palau is forward here. He could put the rubber stamp on it. El Palau for 3-0, and Atalanta will head to the Emerald Isle to contest the Europa League final. It's the biggest night in the Bergamo side's history, and it has been rounded off in some style by El Palau in the last minutes of stoppage time on his right foot, cushioning it into the bottom right hand corner. Every substitute, every player, every member of the coaching staff have ran towards the left side to celebrate towards the goal where their support is based. Alpanal gets his way clear of Ballardi, who just couldn't quite keep up with the run, and then slots it home on the side of his right foot past a helpless Pau Lopez in towards the bottom right hand corner, and Atalanta have put the rubber seal on their place in the Europa League final. 3-0 on the night, 4-1 on the aggregate. Ledea will have their day of destiny. They are into the UEFA Europa League final for the first time in their history. Gian Piero Gasperini back in 2016 took over a side that finished 13th in Serie A the season before. Now he takes his club to a European final for the first time in their history. It's heartbreak for Marseille, who have lost their first ever Champions League semi-final at the fourth attempt. But for Atalanta, the party has begun, and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. It's going to go deep, deep into the night in Bergamo. It's a night they'll rejoice. It's a night they will savour forever. It was 1-1 on aggregate going into the second leg. Ademola Lookman got the first half an hour in. Ruggieri, 7 minutes in, second half, got the second. Before then, El Bilal, in the last minute of stoppage time, put the gloss on the whip. And it is going to be Atalanta that will head through to the UEFA Europa League final in Dublin on the 22nd of May. They've got the better of Marseille by 3-0 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate. Reminder, the last few minutes of Leverkusen up against Roma is also available here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. It's finished here at the Stadio de Bergamo. Atalanta 3, Marseille 0. Atalanta head through to the Europa League final, winners by 4-1 on aggregate.